I know a lot of people think that it's a setup. My gut is telling me it's not. Um, but this guy is a showman. And when I saw that photo, I was like, Biden, it's gonna be hard to beat that. I'm telling you, it's gonna be hard to beat that. And some people, because like I said, I have clients who are Trump supporters, Biden supporters. They're, believe it or not, I even have some who really love Hillary, Bernie, all this stuff. So like I've been getting messages from everybody, and well, actually a friend of mine, really cannot stand Trump or Biden, but. But when I saw that photo, because it reminded me of his like his little mugshot, right? Um, and when I went home last year, and was it last year? Actually, I don't remember. No, I think I went home to South Carolina last year, which is a huge Republican state, right? And he had like a mugshot, and they were selling mugshot T-shirts of Trump. So it's like no matter what this guy does, but as soon as I saw that photo, I was like, I mean, he looks like a president of the time. One, but two, I was like, yeah, his dumbass, he's gonna get on a debate stage and say, oh yeah, I have street cred. And like I chose that 50 Cent song for my stories because I would not be surprised if he starts going on interviews for like the Breakfast Club or some shit like that and be like, oh yeah, I have street cred, I have street cred, guys. Like I have it now. You can trust me. You can trust me. Like I could hear him saying something like that. The real Teflon. Listen, merchandise. This guy, this dude. We will ask all the questions. We'll ask all the questions. Hi, True Homeschool. That's true. Like someone tried to take me out, but here I stand. Remember yesterday you kept saying, why am I hearing Trump's voice? Oh yeah, that is true. That is true. I was hearing almost everything in his voice. I was like, bro, leave me alone. I even had like an emergency. So please, I do not read on the weekends, but I did have an emergency reading and that person paid a hefty price for that, okay? But I had an emergency reading and Trump's energy kept coming out in that reading. I was like, why the fuck is he showing up? Like, what? Leave me alone. Like, this person is paying me for my time, you know? So, I don't know. Someone already got a tattoo of his raising his fist after this shot. What is wrong with people? I wonder if that's why I kept hearing his voice last night when I was doing the Tyler reading. Absolute madness. Madness. All right, let's get started. Is it his? Oh no, his birthday. He's a Gemini, so his birthday was like last month or so. Let's get started. First, let's ask Trump, how you doing, buddy? With the dang on American flag directly behind him. Come on. I also want to ask if there's like people in government, whether it's Secret Service or FBI, because even though they're supposed to be unbiased, everybody has their biases, right? Whether there are people who really want him gone, you know? He has the same birthday and year as your mom. Is your mom like Trump? Okay. Drama kings and queens. All right, first, let's tap into Trump's energy. Wow. Wow. Damn. I think he wants to quit. Like emotion wise, this actually really shook him up. Hold on, let me move my mattress. I remember George Bush Sr. coming to town and there were snipers everywhere. Hi Silky Crystals, it's Trump. He was shaken. He was shaken. Absolutely shaken. I this is not giving me staged energy. He was shaken. He's still reeling from it. Because I'm asking him, okay, so how are you doing, Trump? He wants to leave. He doesn't want to do this anymore. He's just like, you know what? It's not worth it. It's like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. He wants to leave, guys. He's just like, how, like, get me out of here. He doesn't want to do it emotionally, like his emotions. So because I'm asking him, how are you doing? So this is like at the top of his mind where he's just like, maybe not. So he was definitely shaken up. Let me show you. So like I showed you earlier, he was shaken up. Yeah, so he was shooketh. However, I think eventually he's going to decide to keep going. And the energy I'm getting is that for right now, he's just like, fuck this. Like I can't do this shit anymore. That's how he feels. But I think eventually, like once this shock wears off, because didn't it happen like yesterday? But once this shock wears off, he's going to be like, oh, I'm going to come back stronger than ever. He's still, but like that initial, like the first reading that I did where he's like, no, I really want this. I want America to be great again. MAGA this, MAGA that, whatever. That's kind of like worn off a little bit, because he's sort of like, whoa, this is real. This is real. And I asked him, I was like, okay, so Trump, do you still want to be president? He's conflicted about it. He wants to be successful. He wants to win, but he's sort of like, is this worth it? Is it worth it? So far, it's not giving me staged. And another thing that they're giving me, listen. So I don't know if you guys remember in one of the Biden readings, whenever I was talking about him, I made a comment that he's not Biden, he's not running the country, there's someone who's above him. And I'm getting this energy with Trump as well. And it feels like whatever this energy is, so this is like donors or something, oligarchs, whatever this energy is, who's like really calling the shots behind the scenes, a lot of these people are going to start putting their money behind Trump. And I was like, okay, so are the donors coming to Trump's side? Yep, they will. They will come in soon. Oh, I am so sorry for this yellow light, but it's the only way that you guys can see this. Donors are, I mean, they're rushing to him. They're rushing to him. Rushing. I read somewhere that to stage something like that, the sniper actually only hitting his ear, it's almost impossible, so I believe you. It doesn't feel staged to, like his emotions, they don't feel staged to me. If it was staged, and I will ask that question directly, if it was staged, it was without his knowledge, because his energy is shook. Like, it doesn't even feel arrogant like it usually does. Like, and you guys know, for every single Trump reading I've gotten, he's usually quite positive. This is the first time where he's just like, fuck this. Sorry for the F-bomb on a Sunday. He's like, screw this. Emotionally. So the biggest question is, was this planned? Was this staged? Okay. Y'all know that he always gets the sun card. Now he's sort of like, whoa. Okay. He's in his feelings right now. Even like his usual fiery energy, I'm not getting it. He's in his feelings right now. Wow. Yo, he is so worried. He's so worried. What's Melania's sign? What? Let me ask more. He thinks this was an attack that was ordered on him. So I'm asking him, did you stage it? And he's just like, no. But let me ask if his team staged it. No, it doesn't feel like it. Look, he's even his team, they're in the defensive. They're in the defensive. And they're telling me part of the reason why his team didn't react quickly is because it just feels like they're just tired. And they're kind of overworked. I think there's a lot of detail around him. It doesn't feel like his team staged it either. So was it an inside job? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It doesn't feel like it. But let me show you the other stuff, because I'm getting, he does feel like this was a hit on him. He feels like it was ordered. Like I'm asking him. So, you know, he's in his feelings right now. He's very clear that he's in his feelings. He thinks that he doesn't think that the shooter is some like lone crazy guy. He thinks that someone ordered that, and Hillary is coming out. He thinks, I'm going to ask to double check. He thinks Hillary did it. But you know what? He doesn't like her ass. So, of course, he would think that this is Hillary. I usually get this for Hillary. She's Scorpio. He thinks Hillary did it. He thinks Hillary did it. And look at this. The conflict card. Yeah, he thinks that Hillary or someone connect. No, he literally thinks that Hillary ordered a hit on him. He's having tense discussions with people. Does anyone know, is his like chief of staff or like head of communications, does anyone know if it's a woman? If Hillary did, he wouldn't be here. Does anyone know if his like chief of staff or head of communications or the head of his campaign, if she's a woman? Because it feels like he's having like, he's like, no, get me more security. Get me more security. And I think he wants military people around him now. No, yeah, he's scared. Yes, he is. He's scared. He's shook. He wants military folks around him. He's like, I don't just want Secret Service. I actually want the military. And it feels like he's talking to like a woman, and I wonder if he has a woman. It's not no. Oh yeah, he's worried about Melania too. He's worried about Melania. But he's like, no, get me someone in the military. Like I don't want the Secret Service. I want like real military presence. But he's saying it to a woman, so it makes me wonder if the head of his campaign is a woman or a chief of staff or something like that. It's the same woman that I saw in the second half of his reading when we were talking about, is there anyone around him that he trusts? It's this, whoever this lady is, he really trusts her, and he's just like, no, get me somebody. He wants military around him. But he thinks someone put a hit on him, that this was organized. Okay. So let me also ask if the shooting was staged by Republicans who just don't want him. So that's fair to ask. Why does Hillary keep showing up? Wait a minute. So I'm getting a no for the Republicans. I'm getting a no, like a heavy no for the Republicans. I think he narrowly escaped death. I think in another timeline he would have died from this. However, when I ask if it was like staged or whatever, or ordered by Democrats, like why? I mean, I understand that you know, some people from the DNC, they're actually quite happy about this. Like they don't feel bad, which, you know, that's for them to feel, or that's for whoever to feel, like it's your feelings, whatever. It's kind of giving me like there could be some sort of connection. There could be some hazy connection. So I'm not getting like, yes, it absolutely was a hit that was brought on by the DNC. No, I'm not getting that. But it feels like whoever this guy who did it, there's some connection somewhere. There's a connection somewhere with DNC. Do they know who did it exactly? Okay, so let me not ask Trump. Someone ordered a hit on him, guys. Yo, he wants to dip. Someone ordered a hit on him. He wants to dip, guys. He's like this. He really wants to go. I mean, he showed like a defiant face, but emotionally, I think he's really shaken up. Let me show you this too. He's really shaken up, and he's sort of like, I don't know if it's worth it. I don't know. I know some people have said that they don't really see either of them being president, which that would be wild. DNC, Democrat, National. I just say DNC. He's shook. He's shook. I do feel like there's a connection somewhere with the DNC, but it doesn't exactly feel like they, like the DNC organization, it doesn't feel like they put a hit out on him. There's a connection. Trump thinks that Hillary did it. I don't know if that's true. Of course, he would think that, you know, crooked Hillary would do it. Now that would be history if neither of them won. Some people have been saying, some intuitives have been saying they don't really see either. Let me ask Hillary really quick. I don't feel like she would do something that brazen. I don't. I think Trump just thinks that she did it. No, she didn't. She didn't. But you know what? I guess the establishment would have loved if she was president. She's Hillary is so funny. So they're saying no, she didn't, but she's cackling, dude. She's absolutely cackling about this. She's cackling. Did she release a statement? Because if she did, and she's like, I hope he gets better. Oh, she's lying. She's cackling. She thinks this is the best thing to happen. Damn. She thinks this is the best thing to happen to him. She still has power, in the government, by the way. She still has power. There's still some things that she's directing behind the scenes. But for her, no, she's cackling. Girl, listen, she wishes she did, though. She absolutely wishes she did. She wishes she did. Let me see if like there's a connection with her and that's why her energy was coming up. No, it doesn't feel like there's a connection between her and the shooter. There is like a Democrat connection with this, whoever that shooter is. But If it really does feel like it was a hit was ordered on him, and it wasn't just some random dude who was pissed off. You know, it doesn't feel like that. Like I don't think that this guy was acting alone, and that because what was that guy's name who tried to assassinate Reagan, and he did it because he was like in love with Jodie Foster. That dude, he was, you know, not mentally well. This guy, or this situation with Trump, it feels like someone paid this guy to do it. Hillary is such a Scorpio, yikes. Listen, one of my I have a coworker who's a Scorpio. He hates Biden, but he doesn't really like Trump either. And he is so vengeful. He's sort of like, shouldn't have missed. So all right. Actually, so I guess now the question would be, so it doesn't feel like it was staged by anybody. It feels more like an ordered something that was ordered. So let's see if I can get like who ordered this. Oh, goodbye. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Hold on. Y'all, Biden's card came up, right? And the reason why I said I don't believe that, Biden, he's not there all the way to do this. Biden's card came up. Is it his wife? This is Biden here. And it makes sense why like the Scorpio energy is coming out. Biden's card came up. This feels like someone who is connected to Biden, right? This person is connected to Biden. And this is where, I think this is where this like DNC connection is coming from. They kind of want to accelerate or to like help Biden out. But this person, look at all the money they paid. This is a donor. This is someone who's donated to Trump, or sorry, to Biden before. This is someone who donated. And when I asked, I was like, is this a donor? And they're just like, yeah, this is someone who spends big money, big money, big money, huge money. It also feels like what's Melania's if only they can get their money back. It feels like this donor is big enough to donate to Biden or whatever Democrat cause because they're concerned about the Supreme Court. Like they want someone who would be sympathetic to them on the Supreme Court. So it's someone who's big, someone who spends a lot of money. This feels like someone who, this is, y'all, what's happening here? This feels like someone who, man, I hope I don't get eviscerated on YouTube when I say this. This feels like someone who is concerned about the Supreme Court, but is also concerned about, what do you call it? Trans rights stuff. So it's someone who is interested in those two main things. Like that's the reason why this person donates to Biden. Yeah, those are the main things that this person is concerned about. But it's like a huge donor. Oh, excuse me. No, I'm not talking about the shooter. I'm talking about the person who ordered the shooter. This person donates to the DNC. Whoever it is that ordered this. They got a trans child. No, I get the feeling that this person could potentially, this donor could potentially be trans. or like just someone who's really concerned about that topic. Because I got Supreme Court and then trans rights stuff. This whoever this donor is, they're concerned about that. No, isn't George Soros a man? Like, doesn't he identify as a man? So it's not interesting. It's not George Soros. It's not George Soros. But I think George Soros, he knows some shit. He knows some shit. He knows something. Well, they're trying to protect someone. What is y'all? What? Ooh, I feel so creeped out right now. It wasn't George Soros is not the donor who ordered this, but he knows something. He may have known some plans or something like that. Is it related to something much deeper? I mean, I could ask. I'm not sure if I'll get a lot of information asking that specific question. It's not Biden. Biden didn't do it, but it's like someone who donates to Biden's campaign, like a huge donor. No, doesn't feel like it's Epstein related. No, I feel like the initial impression they gave me is correct, that whoever this donor is, it's like someone with a lot of money. They could potentially be trans and or very concerned about trans causes, as well as the Supreme Court. Because why do all of that if not to protect something? Y'all, I don't know. All right, let's move on to the next question. Oh wait, okay, so that's the thing. So did the people behind the Heritage Foundation order it? No. It's like Democratic. It's connected to the DNC, like a donor. It's a more liberal donor. Was the deep state in on the plot of him getting attacked? Now the MAGA are going to be extra insufferable. Someone actually sent me a DM about that, where they're just like, he took a bullet for America. But they were being sarcastic. Was the deep state in on the plot of him getting attacked? It feels like there was some knowledge of the event. There was some knowledge of the event. This is crazy, y'all. That's crazy. This is crazy. There was knowledge of the event, but I feel like for some reason they thought that it would be later. Not now. They thought it would be later. Biden has a trans member in his cabinet. It doesn't feel like someone like in his cabinet. It feels like a donor. It's a donor. Was Trump really shot, or was it a paintball gun used instead? The heir to Hyatt Hotels is trans and is a donor to Biden. No fucking way. No fucking way. I asked if it was the heir, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Was it the heir to Hyatt Hotels? So was Trump really shot, or was it a paintball gun used instead? Their hotels are nice. Nope. No. No, 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 no. No, that was a real bullet. That was a real bullet. And look, he's in the defensive stance. I've been getting this a lot. No, it was a real bullet. And that person who shot at him, that person was a good shot. That person was a good shot. She used to donate to Trump until 2016 when he announced a transgender military ban. Well, what is going on, y'all? It's scary though how money is being used to really influence politics. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, let's move on to the next question because okay, so the next question is, they said the bullet hit his teleprompter and he was hit with glass. I mean, it kind of doesn't matter. I mean, that's the same thing that people said about Megan Thee Stallion, that, oh, she wasn't actually hit with it. It was just the glass from whatever. Like, it kind of doesn't matter. But was there more than one shooter? Potentially two. Potentially two. Potentially two. This is crazy, y'all. They really need to hire psychics for investigations because they do already. So I know for sure that the FBI, they use psychics every once in a while. They actually had a psychic program. I was invited to join when I was very young. And my dad was like, no, absolutely not. They have a remote viewing program. FBI already has CIA, FBI, they already have that stuff. They just don't really admit it to the public that that's what they're doing. And then even like local law enforcements, they use psychics as well, especially for missing persons cases. And they also use face readers to help them with profiling. Okay, so I'm gonna ask the Biden questions later, and so just keep going with the shooting. Okay, so how or why did the Secret Service not see the shooter before the incident? Actually, let me ask a different question to this. Interesting. So I'm asking if they saw the shooter before the shot. It feels like they haven't. They didn't. So they were busy protecting him. But they didn't see the person before the shot. So why did you not see the shooter? Was his family there? Was anyone from his family there? Because it almost feels like there's someone from his family. Actually, I don't know if that's a family member, but there's like some woman who keeps showing up where it feels like they were paying attention to her, maybe. And that's partially the reason why they didn't see this person. Interesting. What's happening? Something's happening with the Supreme Court. Supreme Court is coming out. Supreme Court's going to make a judgment that's going to be even more controversial coming soon. If it feels so, again, I'm still getting the same energy of they were tired, they're overworked, but there's like some woman that like key people were paying attention to, and that's why they didn't see this person. But Trump is still giving me the impression that he thinks Hillary did it. think so. Does this incident strike some kind of fear in Trump's followers? Well, first, does it strike fear? Well, we already saw that, but I'll ask. Absolutely. It struck fear into Trump. Look at this. Absolutely. His followers love him more. The love his followers have for him, it's been solidified. Solidified, guys. So if the Hyatt Hotel heiress, whatever, if they thought that this was going to help out Biden, they thought wrong. They thought wrong. His supporters they're just like, no, we love him even more. Okay. There was a different question that was similar to this. Will this attempt temper Trump from here on out? Will this shooting temper Trump? For a little bit. For a little bit it will. Like again, he still feels very shook. And even though he did like, the little fist bump or whatever, and he wanted to show a really brave face, like he's very scared. And he kind of like, he wants to quit. And it feels like he's still going to feel like he's in a daze for a little bit longer. He will put up a brave front. It feels like he's still going to feel like he's in a daze a little bit for like a little bit. So he's going to calm down. But then I don't know, I keep getting this impression that a mega donor is going to donate to him secretly, and that sort of like brings back some of his confidence. Let me show you. Sorry, I keep forgetting to show the cards. Oh, happy birthday, Carmen. A mega donor is going to give him money secretly. It's a huge donor. Huge. Will this affect Trump's views on guns and gun ownerships? Will this affect Trump's views on gun and gun ownership? No. Y'all, he's seriously thinking of leaving. Trump is on this man's mind. Or sorry, not Trump, but Hillary. Hillary is on this man's mind. He really thinks she did it. And listen, look at this again. Look at this again. He's just like, he's really thinking of leaving, guys. Seriously. Okay, Trump. Okay, so what do you think of Hillary? He thinks she's in on this. And if she isn't, it's someone that she knows. He thinks she's sneaky. He really thinks she did this. Let me ask some more questions on my own. Yeah, he wants to leave his campaign. This is out of the ordinary for him. Usually he's optimistic, but I will leave. Oh no, he ain't optimistic whatsoever. I mean, did I show this? Did I show you the cards? Look at this. No, how often did this show up for him? How often? All right, so did I answer the gun thing? Nope, it won't. He won't change his views on guns. Nope. You guys want to know if this gives Trump the win, but first let's ask, like, because someone wants to know what do the Obamas think? Um, Michelle, you want to know something? I think Michelle, she actually talks to Trump kind of secretly. And she's actually wishing him a good recovery. She has nice things to say to Trump. She's wishing a good recovery, but she's doing it like on the sly, on the sly. So she does have well wishes for him. Obama, he's not as like talkative as he was the last time I read on him. I do think that he did reach out to Trump personally to ask him if he's okay, what's going on. But in terms of how he feels about it, oh, he's keeping that a secret. He's like Beyonce levels of quiet when it comes to that question. So yeah. Oh, how does Melania feel? So if I'm asking, okay, I can ask about Melania quickly. Melania, how do you feel about this? I think I said she wants him to leave. Oh, she wants him gone. She's thinking of her child. That's her main thing. She's just like, no, you need to get out of here. I think she's arguing with him as well. She's just like, Baron and I, we're not going to be on stage with you again. It's not happening. She's shook as well. But right now, funny enough, she has a little bit more fight than Trump does. Their temperaments are actually very similar. That's probably why they're king and queen of wands. She's paying a bit more attention to him outside of the money. Like she's saying like nice reassuring things to him. Does this incident give Trump the win? His energy does not feel good, guys. It's still, ooh. Oh, here comes Biden. Here comes Biden. Things are very, so I'm asking about the presidency and Biden comes up. Things are very shaky for Biden. Damn. And I keep seeing this, that whenever we don't see him, he's resting. But this is like a medical rest. He's resting. So I'm talking about Biden now. I asked about does this give the win for Trump? And Biden is coming up, but let me show you guys these cards. He has one good card out of a sea of negativity. You see this? It's still, despite this that happened with Trump. So this is Biden's wish to remain president, but it's surrounded by this, which is being unsure, not being too happy, all this stuff. And this here of like, maybe 50-50 for Biden. Okay, so I asked you about Trump. So let's draw cards for Trump. This just fell. Okay, so does this shooting incident secure a win for Trump? It's not a slam dunk. It really is not. It's not a slam dunk. Not at all. Cause you know what, he's actually, cause his energy, it doesn't have the same momentum. It doesn't. It was 8 of Cups. It doesn't have the same momentum. Look at this. This is usually a yes, but look at this. Like he has to make a hard decision. He's like, is this worth my life? I mean, the first time I read on him, I was like, it's not a slam dunk for him. It's more positive compared to Biden, but it's not a slam dunk. These cards are totally different. Totally different. Listen, he has to make the decision of whether or not he wants to stay or go. It's real for him. It's real for him now. And he's thinking about his family. He's just like, whoa, you know? This was not staged. People messaged me asking if it was, and I was like, no. I didn't even read on it yet, and I was like, no, it doesn't feel like staged at all. He feels scared. He feels scared. I can ask him directly. Interesting. Interesting. I think so this feeling of being scared, of being worried, of all, like he really thinks Hillary did this shit, okay? he thinks Hillary did it, guys. He really does. Like, bro, you need to look into some donors, okay? I don't to me, this is not Hillary's style. In my humble opinion, this is not Hillary's style. He really thinks she did this. So I think this feeling of, I don't know if I want to do this. I don't know if it's worth it. I think that's going to hang around him for a bit. And you know, he may make a decision. I can't see what his decision is. I really can't, because this ain't her style. No, it's not her style at all. At all. So I cannot see past this pivotal decision. And that's, I mean, I guess I could give like a little tarot lesson, is when you see that someone is weighing options and they have a huge decision, don't try to force the reading, because it's probably going to be wrong. Because people have choices that they have to make, and when it's a really big choice, sometimes when you're a reader, you're a psychic, you're a whatever, you get stopped because they haven't made the decision yet. So I cannot tell if he's going to decide to stay or go. I can't, because this Chariot card for me, this can be leaving and starting something new, but this Chariot can be like, okay, I decided to stay on, and then I win, I become president. So he has a big decision. But I do think that coming soon, within 2 months, like a huge donor who like moves a lot of weight behind the scenes, they're going to approach Trump. And I think that could be the pivotal moment where he's just like, okay, you know what? Let me keep going. Okay, Biden. This question, was Biden mad this happened, mad that he lived? He is disappointed. Let's see. What is he disappointed about? What's her name? Jill. I mean, Biden wants to be president, or he feels like he has an obligation, he has a duty to remain president. His wife is for sure pushing him as well. She's definitely pushing him. She has sort of like a celebrity status wannabe type of feeling about herself. She does. Like, no shade to her, but she does. Oh, let me show you here what I'm getting for Biden. His energy is actually pretty good today. It's really good today. Like his personal energy. Yo, Biden is that's a good question, because it does feel like Biden is disappointed that he lived. He's like, yeah, it would have been good if he just passed on. Yeah, that would have been great. That would have been great. You want to know something? Has any of you guys seen American Psycho? Because I'm hearing it in Christian Bale's voice. Great. Thanks. Great, thanks. Yo, man. Yo. Scorpios, man. Scorpios. Listen, I have a Scorpio stellium too, so, you know, Scorpios. That's all I have to say. Him and Hillary. Oh my gosh. They're probably having a cackle about this behind the scenes. That's fucked up. He did not want to send a message to Trump. He didn't want to send a message to Trump at all. He didn't want to send it. He didn't want to send it. Can you see this? I mean, obviously he said, like, well wishes. He didn't want to. He didn't want to. He was kind of forced to do it. Ah, oh, America, guys. You found Trump's son. What is the Biden camp going to do now? Oh, they're going to continue to do. You know, I think I said this the last time when I read on Biden and Kamala. Yeah, I read on Kamala. Wait, did I upload the Kamala reading? Well, anyway, I read on Kamala and Biden, and he was giving me the impression that he feels very lonely. He feels isolated, and he feels like people, he can feel that people are attacking him. He can feel that the sharks are in the water. So he's just like he's like, no, just work on my campaign, work on raising money, all this stuff. So he still wants to stay in the race, or his team, they still want to stay in the race. But he knows there's a lot of competition. There's a lot of competition. You know, one question I did not ask the last time is, will he have a challenger at the convention? She is probably waiting for Biden too. Will there be a challenge? Oh, you know what? Someone wants to challenge him. Someone does want to challenge, because I asked, will a Democrat challenge Biden at the convention? Someone does want to challenge him. They're thinking about it. They're thinking about it. I don't think that they've decided whether or not they will, but they are thinking about it. I think I saw this person the last time. I saw it. Kenny's probably going to try to challenge him. Well, the DNC cheated a bit to keep him out of the primaries. So, you know. They also did the same for the debate, because legally he was allowed to be at that debate. And they kept him out. RNC as well. I'm pretty sure conventions are usually in August. Someone wants to challenge, but I think this person is struggling with money. Someone for sure wants to challenge, but this person is struggling with money. I think later Elizabeth, I don't think it's, well, Elizabeth, her name is coming up. I think Elizabeth, she's going to run for president again someday. She'll run. I'm late, but let me guess, the whole thing was fake. No, it was not. This feels like a TV show. I mean, it is. It is. It's a comedy. It's a comedy. Um, oh, excuse me. Oh my gosh. So okay, now that we're on that schedule, sorry for yawning so much, guys. This has been a crazy ass year. Will the DNC switch out Biden? They want to, but there's not a consensus. There's not a, oh, here comes Biden. There's not a consensus. There's still people who really care about Biden. Like they're giving me, so I asked DNC, they're giving me that, like, it's not personal. We really like Biden as a person. But they're worried, and I think he's also losing money. So here, let me show you. They want to switch him out. They absolutely do want to switch him out, DNC. There are still people who support him, but it's dwindling by the day. And what they're mostly worried about, DNC, is they're just like, we're losing donors. We're losing money. They don't feel confident in Biden. They're not giving us money. And that's what the real fight is about. It's actually not even about, is he able to do it? Does he have dementia? Blah, blah, blah. It has nothing to do with that. It's more about the donations. They're like, we're losing donations. We're losing. Yeah, it's all about the money. All about the money. Challenger has not decided on whether or not they're going to challenge, so, you know. Crazy times. I mean, they should have, instead of lying to the public, they should have just said, well, I mean, because didn't Biden say he was only going to serve one term? So they should have just reminded his ass, you said you were only going to serve one term, and that's why people voted for you, okay? And even so, they know that he's been on a decline. I've been saying he's on a mental decline since 2017. And on my YouTube channel since, I think, maybe 2021. But they should have already had somebody groomed by now. Will this make Trump more willing to partner with Russia? Putin doesn't like Trump. Will this make Trump more willing to partner with Russia? He actually wants peace with Russia. So for him is not necessarily, he actually hates the Ukraine war with a passion. He hates it with a passion. So it's not, for him, he doesn't really see it as partnering with Trump. He wants peace. He wants peace. He loves Russia, by the way. Loves Russia. All the times that I've read on Trump and Putin doesn't really like Trump. He thinks he's an idiot. I guess, okay, since we're asking everybody, Vladimir, what do you think? He's more concerned about the war happening where he's at, but he also finds it more interesting that the Democrats are fighting. Putin does. He's like, the energy he's giving me is a house divided. He's more interested in the DNC. What's your thoughts on Pootie Tang? Y'all don't want to know my thoughts on Pootie Tang, so we're gonna leave it at that. We're gonna leave it at that. Okay. Like to seek more allies to help. Oh, with security. Okay. Well, wasn't there something about that where didn't he want to create some like security, like some cybersecurity thing with Russia, and people were like, the fuck are you talking about, Trump? Like, why would you do that? Didn't he have plans for that or something? Sorry. Yes, he does. Yeah, he does. He actually wants peace between the two nations. It feels to him that he cares more about ending the Ukraine war. Well, he cares about ending what's happening in Gaza, but not for like, to me, a good reason. Because it feels more like he thinks that Israel is wasting time. They should just get it over with. Like, I heard that very strongly when I asked him. He's just like, why are you wasting all this time and money? Just do it and get it done very quickly. Whereas with Russia, he actually feels like a kinship, like an emotional connection with Russia. And he actually wants peace with Russia. He couldn't care less. Couldn't care less about Palestinians. Couldn't care less. Is the Supreme Court trying to push Project 2025? Interesting. Yeah, it looks like there's a group, there's a portion of them. Three justices. It feels like 3 justices are definitely trying to push it. There's a big issue with the Supreme Court with like individual justices being paid. Like getting they're not bribes per se, they're like donations or whatever. There's a huge problem with them being paid. Yeah. There are at least 3 who are actively trying to push whatever on Project 2025. Yep. At least 3. Here's this. Well, this is actually the first card I got. This is my absolute yes card. I think some of the momentum is going to be stopped. Oh, is this even in focus? Some of the momentum is going to be stopped, but not all of it, of Project 2025. I wouldn't be surprised if Clarence is one of them. Well, they're giving me the impression that all of the justices take money. So that like donation stuff, it's a problem with all of them. But in terms of Project 2025, three justices. All right, guys, I'm gonna go. I am gonna watch some Toy Story and then go to sleep. All right, bye, guys. If you would like a personal reading from me, then please go to my website at www.tarotbymoko.com and click on the Book a Reading button from the homepage. From there, you will be redirected to my shop, which includes categories for career, future forecasts, general inquiries, love and relationships, personal growth, as well as options for expedited delivery. I have a spread for almost every occasion, but of course, love and relationships is the most popular, with readings for your future partner, no contact, will you ever find love, how does your crush feel, as well as sugar daddies. And if you do not feel comfortable purchasing from my website, then you can find me on Etsy under the same name, Tarot by Moko, where I have the same exact readings that I have on my website. And for those of you who would like to learn how to read the tarot, then just visit my blog, and there you will find a series called Learn Tarot with Me. There, I will provide definitions for the cards, as well as tips and tricks to help you become more intuitive with your tarot reading. All right, thank you guys so much for checking out my YouTube channel. I hope to see you next week. Bye-bye.